welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to Total Football. Today we're going to talk about the Champions League. RB Leipzig played at home against PSG.
The final score of that game was 2-1. Leipzig grabbed the win even though they were 1-0 down. What do you want to say about it?
It was a very physical game today. It was very emotional. PSG's first goal, it came out from RB Leipzig's mistake on defense. Upamecano made a big mistake, and then Keane picked up the ball and then he executed it very well and then passed to Di Maria, and then he made an excellent finish. So yeah, PSG went up 1-0, and then they earned a penalty because it hit Upamecano's hand, and it was a handball, and then Di Maria couldn't score from penalty, and then the score could have been 2-0.
Yeah, that was kind of silly from Upamecano. He made two crucial mistakes within just 15 minutes of the start of the game, and that's not really what you expect from a player of his level. But PSG also had a chance before the penalty where Di Maria had the ball in a really good position, and he was making a run in the box, and he could have easily finished it, but instead he decided to pass it to Moise Keane, and he was probably hoping to get an assist, but that was not a goal.
Yeah, probably he had it in his mind where Keane passed it to him, and then he just wanted to pass it back to Keane so he can score the goal. But yeah, Di Maria didn't score the penalty. The game could have went totally in a different way. PSG could have gone up 2-0 already in the first half, but that didn't happen. And then Emil Forsberg scored from the penalty. Leipzig, they used their chances. He did not miss from the spot.
Yeah, it was, besides the penalties, it was an interesting game because they were going back and forth at each other, taking shots, and even it shows that when Nkunku scored from a long shot, he just decided to risk it and just took the shot, and it went in. It was a really beautiful shot. And also PSG scored two goals that were both offside. One of them was Di Maria. He got a through ball, but he was offside because he was in the other team's half and not in his own half, and the Leipzig defense line was playing so high this game. So Di Maria finished the run anyways and chipped it over the Gulashi, and the referee called it offside. And the second offside goal was when Sarabia took the shot. It deflected off, and then Moise Keane just finished it off, but they called it offside because both Sarabia and Moise Keane were offside.
Yeah, also one thing that stood in my mind is Angelino today. He was very active. He was going up and down the wing. Yeah, he scored many goals this season already for Leipzig. And remember the moment where Keylor Navas made a double save? One was from, I think, Nkunku hit the ball and then Navas saved it, and then Angelino was in the rebound and then he hit it. But then Florenzi blocked it, but Navas also was going to get that.
As well, Florenzi had a good game too because he's really good defensively, very physical. And that's what he showed, and he was helping out in the defense. But also, he went up a lot, and he was bothering the Leipzig midfielders a lot too.
And also PSG, they got 2 red cards. It was Guille first. He got 2 yellow cards. It was the second one was dangerous. It was a close contact, and then Kimpembe in like 90+2. He made a tackle in the center of the pitch. Leipzig had a dangerous counterattack, and then he received the red card. So yeah, PSG were down to 9 men by the end of the game. And in this game, Tuchel made 2 substitutions. It was actually 2 defenders. So when Guille was sent off, he put on Bakker and Kehrer. And actually, I didn't like how Bakker played. He didn't want to risk it. He was just passing the short balls, and PSG actually, they were like ignoring him when he was in the left wing. He was wide open, but instead they would just pass to Marquinhos in the center of the midfield.
Yeah, the players didn't consider Bakker as an option to play the ball to.
Yeah, exactly. But then Kehrer, on the other hand, he was actually taking more risks. And as a right back, and he was just going forward. He was playing long balls. So yeah, that's what stood out in my mind.
Yeah, and what's the table looking like?
Yeah, and the table for this group. So today, Başakşehir, they shocked Manchester United. At home, they beat them 2-1. Manchester United's defense was reckless. It was bad, especially in the first goal. If you take a look at the screenshot and then the shape of the defense, after the corner, there was a counter attack. They played the long ball to Dembaba, and then Dembaba, he just remembered his young years when he played for Chelsea. He finished it very well.
Yeah, and I felt bad for Dean Anderson and especially Nemanja Matic, because Matic was the only one actually running after Dembaba. All the other players seemed not interested in chasing him down at all whatsoever. And Dean Anderson was just there all by himself. He had nothing that he could do there.
Yeah, and even Başakşehir's second goal was similar to that. Same scenario. It's just Manchester United. It was weird. Like all of them were in one spot, and then Başakşehir Visca was in the right wing side. He was by himself, and then he finished it very well. So surprisingly, Başakşehir got the 3 points. But Manchester United, they had a very good start. They beat PSG. They destroyed Leipzig actually at home 5-0. So they have 6 points. They are still in the first place. And then Leipzig are second with 4. And then Başakşehir are 4th and PSG are 3rd.
Yeah. Well, Manchester United, one thing about them is they're insanely inconsistent, as we saw, and I don't know if they will even make it out the group stage if they keep playing like this. And who knows? I think the 2 teams that will make it out are PSG and Leipzig.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, but the only thing that can stop this, because PSG and Leipzig, they play 2 games in a row against each other. So next game, PSG play at home against Leipzig, but that's going to be a totally different game because Neymar and Mbappe are actually going to be back. And as we know, it's a totally different team when those 2 play together, and it's just different. And Tuchel, he does a better job when they are in the starting lineup. And it would be a very tough test for Leipzig. But also Leipzig, they didn't have their key players as well, and they are going to get them back in their next game. So it's going to be a very interesting game, but I say PSG are going to win the next game at home.
I think so too. I think the squad will be more determined this time to get some revenge, and especially Neymar and Mbappe. Mbappe is probably so hungry for game time right now after his injury. So yeah, it will be definitely exciting.
And Julian Nagelsmann, today he said before the game against PSG that it was totally their fault when they lost to Manchester United. They just disappeared after 2-0. Like in the 80th minute, they conceded 3 goals. And today when PSG played Leipzig, we saw that Danilo Pereira was in the center back position and Marquinhos was as a CDM. And we saw this in the previous games. I don't know why, but Tuchel he puts those, they changes their positions.
Yeah, he flip-flops them, and I think it's kind of interesting that he does that because maybe he doesn't expect the opposition to know what's going on and they're not, used to it, because they would actually think that Marquinhos would be the center back, but instead they put him high up as a CDM, and the attackers aren't used to it with Marquinhos being up their neck all the time. And about Marquinhos, he's a really complete center back. He has good pace. He's really physical.
He's very good in the air.
He's good in the air, and I think for a center back, he has really good passing abilities, and that might be with his the fact that he's Brazilian and he has incredible technique. But I think if he could have picked out of all the players, this is probably the best 2 combination that he could have flip-flopped.
Yeah, and last season we saw Marquinhos play in the CDM position
a lot.
Yeah, but I think that was just because they lacked the depth in their squad in the midfield. But this year I thought that they bought Danilo so Marquinhos can finally play as a center back in his own position, and they also added Rafinha.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe Marquinhos likes it as a CDM, and they told Danilo Pereira, if you want to play, you're gonna have to play as a center back. Okay guys, this is it for today. Thank you guys for watching to the end, and if you liked the video, please leave a like and share this video with your friends. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for being with us today, and have a good day.